That may be one of my most enthusiastic review ever. And it's just beyond beauty, beyond breathtaking beauty. The quality of those fragrances is just out of this world. And they're fairly pricey. And these are fragrances that I can seriously say without reservations are worth the price. None of them is a miss. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maude. This is a channel where we talk about fragrances and art. If this is your first time visiting and you have not subscribed yet, I invite you to please stay tuned and spend the time with me and see if you would like to subscribe. I would very much like that you subscribe and that you comment and tell me about what you think about the videos. This is a channel where we talk about fragrances and art, and today I want to talk about a very exciting house, and that's Antonio Croce. As he's primarily a clothing designer, and he has this line of fragrances, and the perfumer for those fragrances is Paolo Terenzi, and he has this line of fragrances that are capturing different aspects, different beautiful traits of women. So I am just really excited. This is the week where of March 8th, where we celebrate Women's International Day, and this is the day for women. And this couldn't be more appropriate to just speak about those fragrances that are really celebrating women. So he has 7 fragrances. I'm going to talk about 6 today that I have, and each of them has a beautiful name to just reflect what a woman looks like and act and is about. So the first woman is Sophisticated. So first, let me show you how the bottles are all presented, and they have different colors. So this is the backs. So you have Antonio Croce right here, and then you open the back. So it's just very dramatic, it's just very beautiful. And here we have as our first fragrance, we're going to talk about Sofisticata. Sofisticata, which is Italian for sophisticated woman. So this is Sofisticata, and it's easily, what can I say? Seriously, each of those fragrances are quite something. And because there are several, I want to go really fast on them. So I won't dread too much on the notes, but this is a fragrance that is about a sophisticated woman. So effortlessly sophisticated. So which means it's a woman that's going to exude just style, you know, and what she's wearing, you know, she has investment pieces, and the pieces are classic. They are just pulled together and exude confidence, and that's the sophisticated woman. So she's going to celebrate her femininity, and the way this fragrance expresses that, we can see all of the fragrances kind of take on those beautiful modern line, and they have different colors. And so this one open up with lemon and aquatic notes, so it's like a very clean and fresh fragrance. Just from the bottle you can tell. And the beauty of this fragrance is the caramel and the caramel sugar. It has rose in the middle, caramel sugar and white flowers. So that makes it beautiful, sexy, you know, just not in an overdone way. So you have fresh lemon, just caramel sugar. It's an extremely beautiful gourmand fragrance and fresh fragrance with the aquatic note. So that's the Sophisticated Woman, and it's rests on white moss, vanilla, wood, amber, and tonic bean. So which really exude the confidence and warmth in that fragrance. So that's Sofisticana. I was gifted with the other samples, so I don't have the bottles. So this is Unica, and I'll put the bottle on the screen to see what it looks like. And Unica is supposed to, I mean, we know a woman that's unique. That means she has inner strength, she has self-confidence, and she has inside beauty. She exudes inside beauty, and that's what a unique person, a unique woman is about. And anything she wears, if she's unique, she can turn it into a masterpiece. She doesn't have to follow trend. She is just a piece of art and work all by her in herself. So how are they going to describe a unique woman to a fragrance? So how are they going to describe a unique woman? That woman is going to be a breath of fresh air. So it begins with raspberry, blackcurrant, pink pepper, and saffron. And it's very sparkly. So that's the top note. And then the middle note is like peony, jasmine, rose, and something called cypriot. And the base is vanilla, oud, cedarwood, and patchouli. So for uniqueness, you definitely want patchouli in a fragrance because it's such a grounded note, it lends itself such a contemplative and grounded note. So third one is a extraordinary woman. And what is an extraordinary woman? An extraordinary woman is going to be a woman that is fine in her skin. She could be voluptuous. She is self-confident. And an extraordinary woman is able to see the bright light even in the darkest moment. She has the energy. Her style embodies something very unique and mysterious and extraordinary about her. So what are the notes for an extraordinary woman? This is saffron, cardamom. This is spices all the way. That's an extraordinary woman. So this is cardamom, lemon, comfort, saffron, and rose at the top note. So right there, it's hitting you with the comfort. You just know you're in for a ride with an extraordinary woman. And then the middle note has the cypriol again. And then it has gurjum, balsam, geranium, cedar, gaiac, and leather. And then it has patchouli, oak moss. There is a new fragrance I just purchased called Female Christ. And this is reminding me a lot of it. But this one is more sweet. Because maybe of the vanilla. But it's totally an extraordinary fragrance for an extraordinary woman. That's a beautiful name for it. Next one is Incantevole. Now, Incantevole means enchanted. So we're expecting, this is my Incantevole. We're expecting something, I suppose, it has Taif rose in it. So once you hear enchanted, you know fairy tale, you know romance, you know a charming woman. You know, just to live her magic every day. So this one, the top note is Taif Rose, as I mentioned, Bergamot Neroli. So it's a very fresh fragrance to sort of capture perhaps the fragility and the freshness of an enchanted woman, like in a fairy tale. And then it continues with jasmine in the note and saffron and patchouli. So it's kind of interesting because this is not your naive fairy tale enchanted woman. This one is actually unexpectedly captivating because they just jump into, from, you know, the freshness of lemon and neroli, you know, with the saffron and the patchouli, you're getting something spicy right away. And then the base note is oud and sweet oud. So that enchanted woman is unexpectedly quite daring. So even if all of it is done with softness, so that's Incantevole woman, enchanted woman. The fifth one here is Ardente, for ardent, for intense. We all know those extremely energetic, ebullient, and effervescent women. So this is Ardente. So we think of red, we think of larger than life. And so how do they capture Ardente? It has black pepper, of course, as a very top note. And then rhubarb and blood orange. So it's very spicy, fresh. And then you have floral notes in the middle to make it very flirtatious, like being the life of the party. And then the base is vanilla, tonka bean, and wood notes and musk. So we're talking about a very spicy, fresh woman that's fun and flirtatious, life of the party, but with the base, it's also sexy and confident, not just completely just ardent and just dramatic without also being grounded. So one of the things I'm noticing in all those fragrances, you know, regardless of what they are all resting on a very poised, sexy, confident woman. So whether they are, you know, ardente, you know, intense, or they are enchanted, romantic, and fragile looking, at the end of the day, it's really resting on a lot of substance and sexiness to those fragrances. It's totally different from, let's say, the Five Canto line or the Tiziana Terenzi line. Those fragrances tend to have an almost gothic, very intense old world feel, and just these fragrances are just all of them extremely modern, extremely, you know, feminine. I think clearly men can wear them because all of the bases are like this woody for a sexy, confident woman. But at the end of the day, those fragrances really epitomizes the quality of those women that, you know, the perfumer is capturing for Antonio Croce line. So last but not least, we have Meraviglia, which is marvelous woman. So this one is, based on their description, is meant to be a woman with a soul that is really warm, that is a symbol of beauty, femininity, and sensuality. So the woman is strong and warm at the same time. So the woman is just a marvelous woman. And how do they capture that? This fragrance top note is green, mandarin, and pomegranate, and tea. So I think with the tea, they're really conjuring the warmth and the beautiful warmth of that woman, you know. And I think they say Mediterranean woman, but I see it for just any woman that's in the south, in just a warm place. That's just has a soul, that has this warm soul, and this inner sensuality. And so it begins with this tea note. I think that's what really conveying this warmth that they're trying to do. And then it continues in the middle with freesia, tuberose, and ilang ilang and oris. So you're going to get the sensual and romantic feel, like sort of a blooming garden, you know. And then the base is cedarwood and moss and vanilla. So again, we're finding those strong base, you know, and when all those things are rested on that, you get a very complex, beautiful, strong, and confident, warm, and sensual woman at the same time. I just couldn't say any less about the whole line of this fragrance. I may be the second person I see that's reviewing this fragrance. I've seen Redolescence. So it's surprising to me that it's not this whole line by Antonio Croce is not talked more of. I am just so in love with these fragrances, and clearly I'm really appreciative of the gifts of all those samples to just try out before I decide what more I wanted. But someone had felt that Sophisticated was just right off the bat the one that I should get, and I had blind bodied, and I just never regretted it. But seriously, there isn't a single one of those fragrances that's not blind buy, love at first sniff. You know, clearly some of them are more spicier than other, but none of them is like overly flower, overly spicy. It's just the most incredible line I have just ever experienced, and I'm just totally in love with this Antonio Croce line and with the perfumer's creation, Paolo Terenzi. That's just a fragrance that everyone who collects fragrance should totally have, just absolutely no reservation. So that's what I have for you. That's my review of Antonio Croce, the different virtues of women, whether we are more on the romantic side or like the intense side. At the end of the day, having a strong, warm base that's confident is really what women are about. So thanks for spending this time with me, and please like and subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate that. Until next time, bye.